I almost feel like I don't need to confess more than the gift that I posted, but here we go. What in the fuck was that?
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Can we just harp on this for like the rest of the game? How insultingly bad that challenge attempt was? Because it was just about the most pathetic attempt at a challenge I've seen in a very, very long time and possibly ever. Like, I've played almost 40 of these fucking games, and there isn't a single challenge that comes to mind more than this one that got more fucked up. It's just so fucking annoying to have Mike and Steph just continuously drag us down in challenges. Literally, despite what any of the rest of us do, it's futile. It was in the first challenge, and it is in this challenge. The funny thing is, too, that I sort of suggested that they should practice first. It's not even, like, hard to just do a test run of the challenge and work out the kinks first before you actually do the fucking thing. I know it's just posting, but a test run would have taken like 15 minutes and people would know exactly what to expect going into the challenge. But you know what Stephanie fucking told me? When I suggested that they should practice, she said that I don't think we need practice. It's just posting. This is exactly why you always practice a challenge before you do it. It irons out the kinks that may come up prior to doing the challenge. It gives everyone a chance to warm up and get all the juices flowing. And it ensures that everyone fucking knows what they're supposed to do. And they failed at all three. It's just absolutely ridiculous that I need to be in this situation after coming off of the tribe where it was like impossible to lose. To get to this situation where it's impossible to win. My fucking lord. I hope for their sake that they're just throwing. That'd be a more manageable, acceptable excuse than the drivel they just did in that challenge. Like, there's basically no way that Aurora and I can carry the team to a victory now. We're already at 31 minutes and 55 seconds for this challenge. I looked at the pass board, and you know what the overall losing time was, including the puzzle? Let's just say that the losing time would have beaten us by a lot, and the words "a lot" is the understatement of the century. Their losing time was just over 10 minutes for both. There's quite simply just no possible way that we will win this challenge. None. And unless they make the same exact mistake that we do, which, spoiler alert, they won't, or the puzzle takes an hour to do, spoiler alert, it won't, and Aurora and I can do it in record time, spoiler alert, we can't, then a loss is essentially all but guaranteed. It's just like, how did they fuck it up so badly? I knew we were in for a world of hurt as soon as Steph said that we didn't need to practice. I was like, okay, hon, we'll see if that's the case. And they somehow exceeded my expectations of how much worse they do than the other tribe. It's like the post specified that we can practice as much as we want. Why do you not want to take advantage of that? I can endlessly rant about this shit. If OG NuSkua sticks together here, I'm a fucking goner. And it'll have been over one of the biggest fuck-ups in a challenge that I've ever seen. And when I tried to suggest one of the things that could have prevented this fuck-up, one round of practice would have saved us so much time in the long run. It would have saved us at least like 25 minutes, at the fucking least. If Mike doesn't leave this round, saying that I would be livid is a very, very gross understatement. Thank fucking God that I have Aurora here. She keeps me sane and she gives me life, and I do not deserve her. And Keith is also off the hook for this challenge fuck up. It was not his fault. I've come to respect him a lot more than Steph now that this is all over. He was climbing up last round, but he shot way the fuck up after that. Mike and Steph were 100% the ones that screwed this all up. One of them will pay the price when this round is over, hopefully. For the other, their time will come. Maybe. What's arguably worse about all of this, though, because I'm recording this confessional a day after I wrote it, and I'm just now adding this part, is that Steph today is insisting that this is because the rules weren't clear. They were about as clear as they could be. They left like no room for interpretation, and you could have asked questions about the rules that they were unclear to you, but you fucking didn't. I legitimately do not understand why this is so hard for her to just own her fucking mistakes instead of blaming anyone but herself and Mike. This is their fault, and her continued insistence that it's somehow Victoria's for the rules that she provided is... It's just insulting to me, it's insulting to Victoria, it's insulting to everyone in the fucking game, because it is not Vic's fault. When people last season were able to do this challenge without any sort of hiccups, it is your fault. It is our fault. Stop pretending like it isn't. You fucked up. It happens. Just fucking own it. And she has been continuing all day to not own it. Because now that the deadline got extended, she's whining about how it's unfair. Now, the act of the challenge deadline being extended is pretty ironic and kind of funny because one of the people on the other team could probably just do the puzzle solo and be completely fine. And that puzzle probably isn't designed to take super long. And with one person doing it, they can probably knock like their time out of the water compared to even just our crate time. That being said, Steph is making a huge fucking deal about how it was unfair that the other tribe got a challenge extension when challenge extensions happen all the time in these games. She continues to find literally any little thing to put blame on other than herself, and it's insanely fucking annoying. It's a huge turnoff for me and that she's behaving this way when we could have asked for an extension, when we could have read the rules more thoroughly, when we could have just fucking practiced more. And not to mention that she'd probably be perfectly okay with the rules, perfectly okay with the extension, all of that, if the challenge had been done right and no one fucked up. Which is also just as irritating, the fact that she's getting so fucking annoyed because we lost. You know that if we had done well, she wouldn't give a shit. The fact that she's taking zero responsibility here, it's insanely aggravating to watch. And I just want to vote her out at this point. At least Mike isn't trying to make excuses for his fuck-ups. He's just saying, I fucked up and I feel bad. Steph is going way the fuck overboard with this whole thing. And although I don't think that we could get the vote on her necessarily, and I'm willing to simply boot Mike here, like, I fucking hate Steph after all this. Vic did not deserve the vitriol that she got from Steph. And Steph is just, oh my god. I fucking hate Steph after this. She shouldn't be behaving this way. It's so stupid, and I fucking hate having to be here. Ugh. So fucking stupid. I can't believe I'm in this fucking situation. Better not fucking go home.